Today, we are making one of our favorite drives in the United States, and that's the drive down Highway 1 to Key West. The drive takes about 3.5 hours with no stops, but we're planning on making a few fun stops along the way. Thanks for coming along with us on the Overseas Highway. Today, we are making our way down to Key West, Florida. So on the drive, we're making several stops along the way, and our first stop is at the Robert Is Here fruit stand. It's in Homestead, which is a huge agricultural area here in South Florida. And it's kind of like a gateway right before you get into the Keys. So we are stopping off. We're supposed to have a lot of exotic fruit and smoothies. So we're just gonna take a quick stop here as we get started on the Overseas Highway. Okay, we got our smoothie here at Robert Is Here fruit stand. This is banana, mango, passion fruit. We got it sweetened with honey. That is good. That is fresh. This is the perfect fuel we need to get out, get on the road down to Key West. We're excited. We love this drive. This will be our third time heading down to Key West, and we are just in the mood to have some fun, check out some more cool spots along the way. We're here on Key Largo, and we are heading to Key Largo Fisheries to grab some lunch. It's a walk-up counter, it's well reviewed, and it's located right here on the water so we can watch the boats coming in with that fresh seafood.
So we're starting off here at Key Largo Fisheries. It's their backyard cafe, and quite frankly, it feels a lot like a backyard. It's kind of loud. They're adding on, so there's construction going on. Alan Jackson is playing on the radio, and there's ships bringing fresh fish in. So if that's not a good spot to find lunch, then I don't know what is. They've got a walk-up window here, so you can just walk up, order your food, they buzz you when it's ready, and it's really, really fresh. Just look at this. They got a seafood boil going on right now, and you got crawfish, you got crab legs, you got shrimp. You got Evie loving it. Nope, nope. We also got a grouper with pineapple salsa with a side of red beans and rice. So I think the best thing to do is just go ahead and try the grouper. Probably the easiest to get to. It looks great. It smells really good. Some of that salsa on there. It's a good way to start here in the Keys. All right, so we're gonna dig into this seafood boil. We're gonna go with the crab leg first.
Oh, that's a struggle.
Yep. Got it.
Oh, nice. Ooh, well done.
Someone who's had a crab leg or two. Mmm. That's hitting the spot. It's a perfect spot for this.
What are you gonna do about the crawfish in there?
I don't know. I've never had a crawfish.
Me neither. I don't know. I don't know anything about how to eat that.
That's meat.
That is.
All right, I've sufficiently cleaned this crawfish. I have never had crawfish like this. I think I've had it in like an etouffee. This is a new experience for me. We actually talking about going to New Orleans soon, and I've debated whether or not I would get crawfish. I talked to someone I know from Louisiana. They said, don't suck the head. So here we go. I got the tail. Crawfish, first time. That's pretty good. It's like definitely more chewy than lobster or shrimp or crab, but I think it's solid.
There are a ton of pelican hanging out over here, back behind the fish shop, because that's where they're coming in, that's where they're cutting them up. So, I mean, they know where to eat. I think that's a pretty good sign. Okay, we got some shrimp in here. There we go. Dunk it in this big, huge bowl of butter, basically. That is very good. I'll go ahead and break off a crab leg. I probably won't be as good at it. There we go. That's pretty good. That is good. I love spots like this. I love that it's fish market. Really happening place. Popular. It's supposed to be a place to go. Delicious, fresh food. Like I said, fun way, trying a bunch of different things. Great way to get started here on our drive down. Made a big dent here. Everything absolutely delicious, seasoned really well, so fresh, and I think we're fueled up and ready to get back on the road, continue our journey down to Key West. Well, we've stopped off here at the Rain Barrel Village. They have little shops and crafts, and then the huge lobster outside for a photo op. This is a cool little stop here on Isla Mirada. Like I said, there's shopping inside. There's a place to stop and get food. And just an interesting little landmark here. Just a fun spot here to get out, stretch your legs a little bit, do a little shopping, maybe grab a souvenir and a snack. Robbie's is another really popular spot here on Isla Mirada. You can stop, get a bite to eat, you can charter boats from here, and you can feed the tarpon. On Big Pine Key is where you're going to find No Name Pub, which is another popular spot on the drive down to Key West. Also on Big Pine Key, they have the National Key Deer Refuge, so keep an eye out because you will see deer wandering around.
Well, we've reached one of the most iconic stops here on Highway 1 on our way down to Key West, and that's the 7 Mile Bridge. And there's an old bridge that you can now walk on. It doesn't quite go 7 miles, but there's a new bridge that everyone drives on. But it's really a beautiful spot. The water is crystal clear, teal blue, and it's a little windy though. Which I'm sure is being picked up in the sound of this recording, but it's a great spot to get out and walk around and really soak in that sunshine and sea breeze. That's what you come down for, and that's what you come down here for, right?
Finally made it to Key West. 5:30. Started the day at 10 a.m. Finally getting here at 5:30.
Well, we have arrived in Key West, and on the way down we stopped at Harriet's, and this little trick we've learned that they have these key lime muffins. Now we're definitely going to eat some key lime pie down here in Key West, but one of the fun things about Key West is trying to find other ways to sneak key lime into foods. And this muffin from Harriet's, key lime muffin, it is one of the best key lime treats we've found in the Keys. So let's dig in here. It's a good way to start. First bite on the island. It is pillowy soft, and I know it just looks like kind of a vanilla muffin, but you can definitely get the key lime flavor. And it's covered in powdered sugar. I think if you eat it there though, they serve it hot to go. It's room temperature, still really good though. If you look over my shoulder, there's a floating house. That's an Airbnb that you can actually rent. Madeline and I are not that, I don't know what the right word is. Adventurous?
Brave?
Brave?
Silly?
Bathroom is anywhere over the side.
I don't know if you can see it very well from here. There it is. It's kind of like a floating tiny house.
Well, tonight before dinner, we just parked, and behind me is Ernest Hemingway's house. So we're gonna go a block down the street from Ernest's house and have dinner at a pretty iconic Key West spot. Well, tonight we're gonna be dining at a restaurant that I'd say like half the people who visit Key West visit, and that's Blue Heaven. You can see it right behind me, their famous blue sign. They serve fresh seafood. They also serve some local kind of Caribbean favorites. And we've been there before. We're actually very, very excited to eat there. And they've got a sweet treat that's got quite the appearance. We just put in our order here at Blue Heaven, and we're getting an appetizer that's not on the menu. It's their special for tonight. It's a tuna dip. It says it's local tuna, so we're excited about that coming out. And Madeline is gonna get the barbecue shrimp dish. It's Key West shrimp. It's actually a different shrimp down here. It's a little bit smaller. I think it's kind of bright pink, but it's covered in barbecue sauce, so I don't think we're gonna see that very clearly. It comes on rice. I think it has beans as well. And then I'm getting Jamaican jerk chicken, also served over rice and beans. So we've eaten here before. We know the food's terrific, and we are hungry after that long trip down Highway 1.
Here is the tuna dip. Comes with plantains and avocado. It looks really good. We haven't really had any fish dips since we've been down here, so I'm pretty excited to try it. Nice and smoky. Really good flavor. My barbecue shrimp has arrived. Absolutely beautiful. Covered in barbecue sauce. We have rice, black beans, corn, and green beans. Beautifully plated, beautiful presentation here. I'm just gonna go ahead and have one of these shrimp. Perfectly cooked. Nice little jar on there. I think they're grilled. And the sauce is delicious. It's not like straight up barbecue sauce. It's very good.
I'm about to dig into my Jamaican jerk chicken. It looks absolutely delicious, and also it smells amazing. Usually if your food smells good, it's gonna be good. So let's cut a little bit of this brown rice, some chicken right here, and let's go for it. It's got a little bit of heat, but it's not too spicy, but it's well seasoned. It's kind of got this, it's not I assume it's whatever comes like in the pan. It's not a sauce.
The drippings.
It's the drippings, but that's a ton of flavor right there. And we got the beans, the rice, and you got this beautiful piece of cornbread. We're gonna take a nice little slice of that right there. Do a little bit of that Jamaican jerk. That's what it's for, right? So I'm gonna try the shrimp. I remembered they deglazed this in a red stripe beer. So that's probably what Madalyn was picking up on. But it is a barbecue shrimp. We have in front of us the famous Blue Heaven Mile High Key Lime Pie. Did I nail that? I think I nailed it.
You got it.
So this is meringue. It is egg whites, whipped, right?
Yep.
Madalyn's one of the baker, not me. But it is just stacked high, and you can see it just cuts through right there, all the way down to that key lime pie. Here we go. First bite of key lime pie in Key West. It's a good one. This is just a fun dish. We've had it before, but I've seen like 8 people order it. Everyone whips out their phone, takes a photo of them with this key lime pie. They've probably sold millions of dollars worth of key lime pie at this place. And for good reason. It's fun and tasty. Well, another fantastic meal at Blue Heaven. It always delivers. It's really got a great atmosphere. They had a really good band playing in there. And so if you're in Key West, sometimes it can be a bit of a wait. But if you kind of go on off days, or like not the weekend, or maybe later in the evening or later in the afternoon, usually can get in with a little bit of a wait. So always recommend that if you're in town.
Well, a very fun day making our way down here to Key West. Tiring. It is a long drive. It's 3.5 without stops, and it took us like 5.5 hours. But absolute great day. Stopped in for dinner at a Key West icon, so we are off to a great start. We are starting our morning off in Key West here at one of our absolute favorite spots. It's the Cuban Coffee Queen. I've got my iced coffee. My delicious fuel for the day. And we've ordered the Key Wester. It's a breakfast sandwich. It comes with 2 eggs, and then we got ham and pork on it. So it's kind of like a breakfast Cuban sandwich. Very excited for that. Like I said, we absolutely love this spot. We are down by the water and ready to explore today in Key West.
Starting off the day here in Key West with this beautiful breakfast Cuban sandwich. We got the pork on there, we got an egg, we got ham, just pressed on Cuban bread. There may be an element or two missing, but it's close enough. And this is a good way to fuel your day here in Key West.
That is so good.
Well, last time we were in Key West, we actually got out on a boat and went around the island. It was absolutely beautiful. We have a little one now, so getting on a boat is not as friendly as it used to be. But if you're in Key West, it's a great opportunity to get out in the water. And if you're a boat enthusiast, this is one of the best places in the United States to go for boats. I mean, there's just every kind of boat here. Everything is obviously nautical themed, kind of being on an island. But it's just fun to come and walk around the marina because some of these boats are so beautiful. Well, after that terrific breakfast, we actually headed over to kind of the largest beach here on Key West. Now, a couple of years ago, a friend reached out to me and they're like, hey, me and my husband were beach bums and I know you guys have been to Key West. What do you think for a beach vacation? I said, well, what do you like to do? And they're like, well, we like to lay on the beach all day. It's like, you might want to go somewhere else. Now, you can lay on the beach here in Key West, but it's more of a rock. It's not necessarily a island that's got like long miles of white sand beach, but it does have a few good beaches. One's over at Zachary Taylor Fort Park. The other one right here is kind of the more public beach. That's Smathers Beach. And it is a beautiful beach. You get white sand, you get teal blue water. It sits right on the southern side of the island. And there's ample space, and if it's not under construction, it used to be easy parking, and I hope they put that back in. Unless you're staying in a resort that's kind of built their own kind of sand area or its own little beach, Key West is not an island that has a ton of beaches. So if you want to come to the beach, you kind of have to make the trek over here to Smathers Beach. I think there's like 1 or 2 hotels that sit right here on the south side where you could walk across the street and get to it. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. So we're kind of here midweek in the high season. Beach is not super crowded. The water temperature is good. We got plenty of space. So if you do know how to navigate the island and where to go, you can definitely get a beach vacation out of it. The bigger draw for Key West, in my opinion, is more of the old maritime kind of Caribbean architecture, the historic old town, kind of the boating, and certainly when you're in December, January, and February, being able to go somewhere in the United States that's kind of reliably 70 degrees and sunny, that's definitely a big plus. All right, we're gonna head back to the Old Town area and grab a late lunch. The funny part about being on island time is that the time slips away pretty quickly when you're not paying attention. All right, we're heading over to Garbo's for lunch. It's a food truck that serves tacos. I think they've got fish tacos and like Korean barbecue tacos. And they kind of sit outside their, there's also another building there that ends up being a bar. It's called Hank's. So you can sit outside, they got live music, you got food coming from a food truck, and a bar to serve you some drinks. So a place we always hit up when we're in Key West, and looking forward to going back right now. We put in our order at the food truck. We're getting a Korean beef taco, we're getting a fish taco, and we're also getting a mango hot dog. So we worked up a beach hunger as we usually do, and we're ready for our food to come out. Also went into Hank's and got 2 beers. They're local craft beers. One's an ale, one is a lager. We forgot which was which as we were walking out, so we're having a fun little guessing game over which is which. We think this is the lager, we think this is the ale, but we'll never really know.
They both taste really good.
They both taste good. We think that's the ale because it tastes a little different than like a lager that you usually get, which is pretty standard. So that's Key West math. It's not very accurate. All right, so believe it or not, I'm gonna start out with this hot dog, even though the tacos look absolutely delicious. This is a pretty unique hot dog. It is a bacon wrapped hot dog, served on kind of like a lobster roll bun, and underneath all that, it is loaded with what just fell out there, which is mango. Here we go. Really good hot dog, great bun. Love the mango in there. It balances the heat of the jalapeno, and then the bacon wrapped hot dog, absolutely delicious. Going for one more bite.
Beautiful tacos here. big pieces of fish. We've got mango on the bottom, cilantro and cabbage and jalapenos. Looks really good. Awesome flavor coming through with the mango, jalapeno. The fish is really mild. I think it's probably mahi-mahi. It's kind of like classic for fish tacos down here. Another awesome thing about this spot, I don't know if Adam mentioned it already, but they do have live music. They actually just finished up, but they're starting up again later. It's a great spot to sit outside, listen to music, and have an awesome meal.
All right, final taco here. And just so you know, if you come here, an order has 2 tacos in it. I was very stupid thinking each one just had 1. So we kind of over-ordered. But this taco is probably my favorite, like, bite on the island. It's Korean beef, it's marinated, it's got a slaw underneath it, and it's topped with sriracha. And not gonna wait no longer. It's just good. I don't know why a Korean beef taco fits this so well, but it just hits the spot.
My turn for this Korean beef taco. Looks awesome. Woo, all right. Oh man. Wow. That's awesome. I know we get this every time we come, but kind of forgot how delicious it was. So good. This might be one of the best bites on the island for sure. Yeah, that was good. We just finished up at Garbo's. We love that spot, and just you really can't beat the atmosphere. And I mean, the atmosphere down here is just, I mean, every place is pretty incredible, but to sit outside, listen to music, they've got the bar, they've got the Airstream, just great vibes all around. So that's one of our favorite spots.
So we've come over to Mallory Square after that delicious lunch, and we're gonna get ready for sunset. Behind me is called Sunset Key, and they have cottages, and I checked and it was $700 a night plus all the taxes and fees. So I'm issuing a challenge. If this video gets 100,000 views, we'll come back to Key West and stay there. But we need you to like, comment, and subscribe, because that boosts the algorithm and helps us out. So we'll come back and make a video. If this video gets 100,000 views, that's an Adam and Madalyn guarantee. And you actually don't need to be in a bar to be drinking and have a live band playing. You can literally do that on a boat here in Key West. If that's not a great way to enjoy a sunset on a sunny 70-degree day, I don't know what is.
Well, we are here at Mallory Square, which is one of the most popular spots for sunset. You get a great view, and it's about an hour until sunset, so people are starting to stake out their spots. But it's a great spot to walk around. I think we're going to find a spot to maybe have a drink and relax while we wait for the sunset celebration. Beautiful day here. We've had a great day so far in Key West. But yeah, like I said, sun setting at 6:20. It's about 10 after 5, so we're gonna hang out for a little while. There's like people selling stuff. There's singers and performers out here, so it's a lively atmosphere. I mean, but it's kind of like that all over Key West. It's just fun. We just have fun when we're here. Well, we stopped into the Salty Frog and had a tasty beverage. while we waited for sundown. Cool little bar right off of Mallory Square, and nice vibes, nice music, really relaxing time there. Now we're heading back. Lots more people heading over for sunset.
You can actually walk down farther and there's less people and a little bit less of a circus going on.
$30,000.
So there's a lot of cool boats down here. I've never seen one this big. It looks like the boat from Succession. And that was a Key West sunset. We're grabbing a light dinner at Eaton Street Seafood Market. They sell fresh seafood, but they also cook it up. They got some dining area outside. It's kind of got an old school dinery slash seafood spot vibe. So we got a fresh red snapper blackened fish sandwich and conch fritters. We're looking forward to that. All right, right here we got this beautiful red snapper sandwich. Look at that, fresh fish, red snapper, one of my favorite fishes. Looks like lettuce, tomato, some sort of aioli on there. Nice soft bread. Let's do it. That's so good. I think red snapper is the king of fish in Florida. You know, people like their hogfish, and people like their grouper. Red snapper. All right, so we have some conch fritters. We are here in the Conch Nation. Is it conch or conch? We're from the Midwest. Our tendency is to say conch, but we think it's conch. But there's little strips of conch shell or conch in there. Conch shell. And they've given us cocktail sauce to dip it in. Also some sort of...
Tartar?
No, it looks like a peppercorn. We're going to try it because I don't know what it is. Ooh. Whatever it is, it's good. These are like hush puppies. And I'd say conch probably pretty similar to like clam. Inside of a clam maybe. Could be totally wrong. I don't know. Sometimes with seafood I just make it up, but I usually enjoy it. So, well, a fun, delicious dinner at Eaton Street Seafood Market. A great way to end our day here in Key West, and we're looking forward to seeing what tomorrow has in store for us as we continue our adventure here.
For breakfast today in Key West, we are heading across the street from Blue Heaven to La Creperie. It's a super cute spot. We saw it the other night and clocked it. So we're back in the neighborhood for breakfast. We have placed our order for breakfast here at La Creperie. We decided to go for a galette, which is a savory crepe. We ordered the Italian, which has prosciutto and mozzarella cheese on it. And then we went for a sweet crepe, and we decided to get the key lime crepe. We've had key lime pie, we've had key lime muffins, but we have not ever had a key lime crepe. So I'm very excited for that one to come out. Our crepes have arrived here. I am going to start with the key lime because there is ice cream and whipped cream and it is melting. So you can also see there's lime zest and graham crackers crushed on top. Okay, I've got some cream. Go. So thin, so delicious. Oh my gosh. Not an overpowering key lime flavor, which I think is really good, especially for breakfast, which is what we're here for. Whipped cream is delicious. Ice cream's really good too. This is a good way to start the day.
All right, well, I have the galette, and it's our Italian galette. It's got prosciutto, mozzarella cheese in there, tomatoes. It's made with a different wheat. I think it's buckwheat, but I could be totally wrong. I like to start my day a little savory, so here we go.
Well, that was the southernmost point buoy. It is a major attraction down here. Big line of people waiting to get their photos and selfies. So I recommend getting out here early in the morning if you can, because otherwise you have to wait, and it's pretty hot right now. So we opted not to wait.
Skip it.
And you could just skip it, or you just come over and you see it, take a little video like we did, and keep on keeping on. There's a lot of things to see and do down here, but it's a fun spot. It's cool to check it out, especially if you've never been down here before.
Well, where I'm standing, sort of over there, the southernmost point's right there. I'm not a mapping expert, but something's telling me that that buoy is maybe not the most southern point in the continental United States. Maybe it's the most southern public utility. While Madeline visits the Butterfly Conservatory with Evie, I'm just kind of walking around here at the southernmost point resort area. It's really not an area that we come very often. It's kind of chaotic down here. There's just tons and tons of people. Key West used to have the big cruise ships come in and they just drop people off for the day. But like everyone would just head down the street to this area, take a picture of the buoy. It was just madness. They've dialed back the cruise ships, but it's still just where a ton of people hang out, and you really don't have to come down to this area to enjoy the island. I can promise you that.
So we just went through the Butterfly Conservatory. Such a cool experience. Absolutely beautiful in there. I've never done anything like that before. So you walk in and there are just beautiful butterflies everywhere. I heard someone inside say that they've been there for 21 years. So pretty impressive collection of butterflies, I suppose you'd say. Pretty cool operation, but just a beautiful path you walk through. There's flamingos, there's turtles, there's construction going on naturally. But really cool experience if you have kids, especially. I think that's a fun stop. But yeah, really enjoyed it. It was a cool stop, and now we are going to keep rolling here in Key West, see what we can find next. So behind me here is Truman's little White House. So during the 40s and the 50s, he would come down here, spend time, draft legislation, and vacation in Key West. I have to say, if you're gonna pick a place to have your home away from home when you're the president of the United States, I feel like Key West is a pretty great spot to do it. So you can go inside, there's tours and there's a museum inside. But we are just kind of exploring this area down here. This is this area over here where the house is called the Truman Annex, and it's a really beautiful neighborhood. I think there's some like vacation rentals in this area, but it seems like it's mostly residential, and very nice, quaint area.
So our lunch came out here eating good. We got the banh mi sandwich, and we've kind of been looking for some different bites on the island. This is a newer place that just opened up. Look at how beautiful the sandwich is. It's got pulled pork on it. It's got cucumber, lettuce. You got a Asian slaw there. Just a beautiful looking bite. That looks like fresh baked bread as well. So let's go in here. Oh yeah, banh mi has nothing to do with Caribbean islands, but it really fits well when you're down here. We also got the citrus herb chicken. It smells great. It looks great. It also came with mac and cheese. They cook all their meats right here, and you can tell. And look at that mac and cheese. That looks beautiful. All right, eating good. It's a good spot on the island. Now we're gonna take the long walk across the street and go to the Old Town Bakery for a sweet treat. Although they did have cookies, they eat good and they look good, but maybe they got them from the bakery. All right, we popped in to Old Town Bakery. Beautiful raspberry Danish.
That looks really good.
That's good. Evie's gonna like that later. We got her a sweet treat. We just only, half of it or 3/4 of it. Calories don't count when you buy it for your kid. Well, the sun has set here in Key West. We had a fun afternoon spending some time at the pool. And for dinner tonight, we're actually over on Stock Island, which is the island immediately to the east of Key West. And there's a Cuban restaurant here called El Siboney. And there's two. There's one on Key West, there's one here on Stock Island. We want to go to a different spot after this and get kind of a final cerveza and piece of key lime pie. But first we're gonna have a really terrific Cuban dinner. It's one of these spots that the locals and the people who frequent Key West go to all the time. And so we're looking forward to that. We love Cuban food and this is a good spot.
I got the Siboney steak. Beautiful, beautiful skirt steak here. Cooked medium. I also have plantains, rice, and beans. All right, get a bite. Oh, that's delicious. Seasoned really well. I also got it with the plantains. Also delicious. Always kind of my favorite thing on the plate, I have to say. Yeah, really good. Huge portion too. We love finding places like this. This just feels like, it feels familiar. It feels kind of like home.
All right, the dish I got is picadillo. It is a ground beef dish. It's got usually potatoes, peppers, onions, garlic, and there's actually olives in there as well. Shout out to one of our favorite YouTubers, Traveling Robert, who I believe makes this in his RV mini teeny all the time. So if you like watching Traveling Robert like we do, this is why I got it, because he's always making what I think is this dish. So it's my first time trying it. So let's go. I'm gonna actually take some of the meat, put it right on top of the rice there. Just get a nice bite like that. All right. I'm liking it. I like it a lot. The sauce that it sits in is just full of flavor. I think that they use some sort of cooking wine, probably some tomato, probably some broth, maybe even like something like soy sauce. But it's really good. We have a few Cuban restaurants in Chicago. I gotta check their menu and see if picadillo is on there. However, if it's not, I'm gonna be trying to make a homemade version of it. This is really good. Terrific dinner at El Siboney, huge portions, and unfortunately we're leaving tomorrow, so we couldn't take it to go. But we wish we could because it was that good. We are gonna head over and get to one last stop and get a beer, get some key lime pie. Having a final drink here at a beach bar. It's not really a beach bar, it's a marina bar. But our Hogfish Harry's. I got a key lime lager. Stick with that. Find key lime as many things as possible. Also got a slice of key lime pie, and Madeline got a Yingling. 2 beers we can't get back where we live. Last key lime pie here in Key West. Hogfish Harry's. That's homemade. That's a little different. It's good.
Well, we are leaving Key West today. We're heading up north and decided to stop for some coffee at a roadside stand here at Baby's Coffee. Got some cold brew and a Cuban breakfast bagel for the road. We're sad to leave, but we're ready to see where we stop along the way as we head out on the overseas highway.
Cuban sandwich, bagel.
It's an everything bagel.
Everything on it. It's pretty good.
A ton of bagels in there.
Also, maybe not the easiest thing to eat in a car.
I couldn't pass it up.
Well, we stopped off at Bahia Honda State Park. There's a lot to do in this state park. They've got a lot of activities to get out on the water. It's a really calm day today, but they also have this old bridge that used to be the railroad, and you can actually hike up on top of it. We're not going to do that today, but really good stop. We've always wanted to stop here, and it's the first time we've done it. Fortunately, we have a sleeping baby in the car, so we're not going to be as active as we normally would. I would like to get closer to take a photo, but I don't think that pelican is wanting to allow me to do so. So we'll just stand here and look at the bridge. Yeah, this view under the bridge, it's pretty good. Got the teal blue water, very nice sea breeze. It's a beautiful day. It's like 72 and not a lot of wind, very calm seas. It's a good spot. One of the things I always love to do about when I visit islands is kind of learn about the economic history of them. Islands are just very, very fascinating on kind of how they operate and how they were built. And Key West is no exception. This railroad was basically built. Key West existed before the Highway 1 that got to it, and this railroad was either a really good thing or a big waste of money. You can decide. Every time we drive down to the Keys, we always stop here at Sombrero Beach here in Marathon.
Usually parking is very easy. They've got paid parking. It's like $5 for a first hour. We're just coming out here for, you know, half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour. And it's a nice beach. It's probably one of the biggest beaches in the Keys that's obviously accessible. And usually find a spot to lay out.
We're here on the beach in Marathon. This is Sombrero Beach.
Today we're heading back, so we just stopped in, took a walk. But every time we're in the winter somewhere warm and we're heading back to our cold reality near Chicago, we try to grab every minute of beach and sun that we can, because we head back to freezing cold weather and it's just not as fun. It's just a different world.
We are stopping in to the Midway Cafe, which is a great stop here along the Overseas Highway. It's a perfect spot for breakfast, lunch, or a slice of key lime pie. But we are here to get some lunch today as we keep on heading out of the Florida Keys.
Avocado toast. That's what us millennials spend all our money on.
Santa Fe wrap here. Chicken, rice, I see some red peppers. That's good. I'm gonna take a little avocado with my avocado toast and put it on there.
Smart.
That's why you married me. Midway Cafe always delivers a nice, quick, easy lunch. Super cute spot here too. We love stopping in here, so I'm glad that we got a chance to do it on this trip. If you want to see more from our adventures in Key West, click right here. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.